What's up everyone? In this video, I'm going to show you how to solve skewb, and it's actually a really fun event, my fourth favorite event. So let's get right into it. So this video, again, will show you how to solve skewb in the beginner method, and I'm just going to start scrambling. And so skewb is kind of weird. It has 4 axes. So we turn here, 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 and here, and that's it. So how we're going to solve this is step 1, first side, just do white. Kind of slow. And so that's the first side. See a layer complete. So it can't be like this. See that? It's not actually complete. It has to be like this. And I'll show you how to very soon. The next step is making the corners face up using just one algorithm. See corners. Getting this yellow piece on top. And then last step is just solving the rest pretty quickly. There, it's that simple. So skewb is actually pretty fun. Again, so I'm going to start showing you how to solve it, starting with the first side, moving on to yellow corners, yellow center, and then last 4 centers. So the main algorithm you'll need to learn in skewb is this algorithm. So it goes left side up, right side up, left side down, right side down. So in notation, that would be right there. So the L prime, R, L, R prime, and that's, you don't really need to learn that. You could just do, so it'd be left side up, sorry. Right side up, left side down, right side down. Pretty simple. The next algorithm, just set it up, is this one for the last 4 centers when you have 3 solved. Just same thing, left side up, left side down, right side down. Rotate twice to the side, same thing again. And that solves that. Then the other 2 algorithms are a lot more intuitive. So let's start. In skewb, again, you'll need to make your first side. So see this white corner can go up there, can go up to the right center in just one move, so that's attached. And I see this white corner right here goes up like that. But these 2 are solved now. See, this one isn't quite solved here. So if I move this last one up, it makes a white side, but not a layer. So move back down. It goes in here. So what you do, see this? You have a corner that goes here. So see, it would go there, and that would work. So what you do is rotate towards where it needs to go. Knocks another corner out, but that's fine. Move it to where it needs to go, and move this corner back in. Very simple. And the last one. So the algorithm twists a corner. So there are 2 cases. One where it's this way, the other one's pretty simple. I'm not really going to show the notation because it's pretty simple. So you move it up so that you're white on the bottom. See, it's right in here. So see this white's right here. Rotate it that way so it can go in. Then just move that white corner back. And that should solve your first side. It's pretty simple, and I'll go through it again during the example solve. And then for corners, there are two cases. This is the first case, which is easier. See this? No white corners are on top. No yellow corners. The center doesn't matter where it is. That's for a more intermediate method. So, well, in the beginner method, the corners are all that matters for the first step. So, see these headlights? You can hold them on the left side right here and do left side up, right side up, left side down, right side down. And that should solve your corners. And if I set up the other case, see this? Only two are facing up. So see that? That's the other case with white still solved. So what you do, hold these on top so that it's in the back right and front left. So that's what it is here. Back right, front left. See? And also hold it, so not like this, but so this yellow corner is facing the front and this one's facing the right. Do the algorithm, right, left side up, right side up, left side down, right side down. And now you have this case. So you can just rotate to the left, and again, same thing. That solves the corners. So that's the second step. Third step is, so see the corners are solved. Well, white is still solved, but then the yellow needs to go in this spot. It goes right here. So this step is pretty simple. So what you do is keep white on bottom. See, the yellow curves are on top, and so you hold the yellow center so that's in the front. Do this algorithm, left side up, right side up, left side down, right side down from earlier, and rotate twice to the side. So twice, and then you keep this left side up, left side down, right side down. And that's just all yellow. And so some of the time 3 sides will be solved. This is the easier case. There are 2 cases for only 2 sides still solved, and I'll go over those right after this. So, what you do is, see this opposite center? So green goes all the way over here. So you can hold that in the back. So see, orange goes up here, so you'll hold this in the front. And do same alg. Left side up, right side up, left side down, right side down. Rotate 2 times. Left side up, right side up, left side down, right side down. And that solves it. So it's pretty simple. So if I set it up again, see that? This one. So I'll see this blue goes up here, so I'll just remember to rotate twice in between. So there are 2 more cases. Let me set them up. This one. It's like a checkerboard pattern, but on skewb. It's kind of funny. So there's an 8-move algorithm you can memorize, but it's beginner's method, so you're not going to learn that yet. You can learn that in Sarah's intermediate method, along with faster ways to solve yellow, but for now, you can hold white on the left or on the right, doesn't matter. You can hold anyway, as long as the 2 solved sides are on the left and right. Do the algorithm, left side up, right side up, left side down, right side down. Twice to the side, left side up, right side up, left side down, right side down. That doesn't solve it, but now 3 sides are solved. So you have this case. So you wouldn't hold this in front because see, this goes down and this goes all the way over. So this one doesn't go here. So this one does. So you hold that in the front. Same thing, left side up, right side up, left side down, right side down. Rotate twice, left side up, right side up, left side down, right side down. And that's it. And there's one other case, but you do it the exact same way, this one. So that you solve the exact same way. You can hold it anyway, as long as the two solved sides are on the left and right. Do the algorithm, left side up, right side up, left side down, right side down, rotate twice, left side up, right side up, left side down, right side down, and that solves 3 sides. So then you have this case again. So if you have only 2 sides solved, you do the algorithm, and it leads into a 3-side solved case. From that, you just do the algorithm, where this one goes up, hold it like that, left side up, right side up, left side down, right side down, rotate twice, left side up, right side up, and left side down, right side down. And that is it. So now going through an example solve. Loading wire on top. The best edges, so the worst ones are those on the bottom and those in this area right below. But then the good ones are like this one and this one to put into the top on the first side. So I'll just rotate this one in really quick. Wait, not that one. Not that way because see it comes in twisted. So you can rotate it the other way and it faces up. This is another one in the bottom. Do that really quick. So that's 2. And you can rotate in this one, but see it doesn't match. So instead what you do is you can rotate it into the other one even though it's twisted. What you do is the twisting algorithm. Move it up, rotate it to where it can go in and just remove. Move it in, and move this corner back. And that would solve that one. And the last corner, you can just move in. See, it's twisted though. So you do the same twisting algorithm. Move it into this layer. Move. So see here, now it can go in just one move. Move it in. And move the last corner back. That's over your first side. And then we have the bad corner case where only 2 are facing up. That's fine. What you do, again, hold these 2 on the back, left, and front right, where this one's facing us and this one's facing to the right. Up, up, down, down. Rotate to the left. Up, up, down, down. And as you see, we actually skipped the yellow center step. It's already facing up, so that's convenient. If you didn't have that, just go back through the normal solve. And we have this case, which is only 2 center solves, so that's bad. So what we do, up, up, down, down, rotate twice, up, down, down. 3 center solve case now, so that's pretty easy. Just do it. Remember, hold this center that can go up here in front. Up, down, down. Rotate twice to the side. Up, down, down. And that's how to solve skew. If you are looking for a more advanced method, I would recommend once you get to about 20 seconds with this method. I went to my first competition, which was online. Cube at Home 2.1 had skewb, so I competed in that and got like a 13 average, even though I averaged 21 with this method. So you can average about 20 seconds. Then I recommend learning Sarah's intermediate. I learned that, now I average 8 seconds. And if you're interested in going to nationals in skewb, then if they have nationals this year, it's pretty simple. Just go to qualifiers, or whichever state you're in. There'll be qualifiers for that state. You can compete in skewb. You can sign up for it, and if you get a under 11-second average, then you can go to nationals. Like in clock, it's under 13. For skewb, it's under 11, which you can't really make it with beginner's method. But if you just learn Sarah's intermediate, it's not that bad. There are 11 algorithms to solve all of yellow in just a few moves. And there's just 3 algorithms to solve last 4 centers. So there are no algorithms for the first side. It's pretty simple. This is the Mofeng Jiaoshi skewb. I am planning on, but it's $5 on the cubecle.us, and I think it's 6 on speedcubeshop.com, but it might be 5. I don't know. I think it is 6 though. It could be 5. I could be wrong, but I'm planning on getting the Cyclone Boys magnetic skewb very soon once I have enough money to buy it. That's $10 on both websites, and it's way better. This is also the Chang A skewb. It's I think $6.50 on both websites. I use this as my main, mostly because it's stickless, and this one half the corners can just like pop out like this, and it's just really annoying. So I use this one as my main, even though it's cheaper. So it's actually a really good budget skewb. Anyway, that's all for this video. I'm planning on making more tutorials for different cubes. If you want to see those, make sure to check out my clock tutorial that I already have out on YouTube, and make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you want more content like this, and ring the bell so you get notified when I upload again. And I'll upload a lot more soon. And also make sure to check out my sister's channel, which I'm working on a video for her right now. It should be very soon, maybe even today. Lily Doland. And anyway, that's all for this video. And if you want me to, you can go to the discussion section if you want more skewb videos, like tips and tricks. I am planning on making an intermediate method tutorial sometime soon, so I'll do that. And anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!